Recently I made a video talking about 10 Kingdom Hearts appearances and references within different video games, and the reception was pretty good. I asked for you guys to leave any that I may have missed out, and you guys left me a ton in the comments section, so due to that, we're going to be doing a second episode here. I want to say thank you guys so much for all of the comments. It's basically helped me create this second episode. For those of you guys who haven't seen that first video, I'll leave it in the description down below. But let's take a look at another 10 Kingdom Hearts references and appearances in other video games. Gaia Online is a social MMO from 2003. The premise is to basically just socialize, hang out with your friends, dress up your avatar with all sorts of different cosmetics. One of the cosmetic items that were released in 2006 referenced that of a Keyblade known as the G-Blade. As you guys can see, this weapon is a take on the Kingdom Key. In last year's Neo The World Ends With You, there's a subtle Kingdom Hearts reference. In week 1, day 5 of the game, when coming across one of the Deep Rivers Society members, they'll ask you for a 3-stage password. For the final answer, you're given 3 options: simple and clean, swift and clear, cool and quiet. And of course, simple and clean being the reference to that of the main theme from Utada Hikaru in Kingdom Hearts 1. At the end of 2018, to celebrate the upcoming release of Kingdom Hearts 3 in January of 2019, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, a mobile phone Final Fantasy game, ended up collaborating with Kingdom Hearts to introduce both Kingdom Hearts version Cloud and Sora in as acquirable characters. Towards the end of 2019, they once again collaborated to introduce Riku and Kingdom Hearts version Sephiroth. This also meant the characters came with their own Kingdom Hearts items too, as the True Master Rewards. So for Sora, it was the Kingdom Key, for Riku, it was the Soul Eater Sword, for Cloud, it was his Kingdom Hearts Cloak, and for Sephiroth, it was his Kingdom Hearts Long Coat. In 2020, Brave Exvius once again collaborated with Kingdom Hearts, but this time it was Union Cross, introducing an additional 4 characters along with the Scala adds Kylum event. These characters were young Xehanort from Dark Road, Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora, Riku, and Kairi. For Sora, his Brave Shift version was his ultimate form as featured in Kingdom Hearts 3, and the actual event would take you into Scala at Kylum and you'd have to verse off against Heartless. In Final Fantasy XIV, as one of the Gold Saucer rewards that can be redeemed for Gold Saucer tickets, is a staff known as the Heartless Staff. Aside from the name, the actual design of this staff is very reminiscent of that of the Kingdom Hearts heart, with the inside details curling towards the inside of the heart. Previously, Nier Automata has collaborated with Final Fantasy XIV, introducing an entire raid into the game that revolves around Nier Automata. On top of that, recently, Nier Reincarnation has also done the same thing. So I'm crossing my fingers that hopefully, even though it's been said that a Kingdom Hearts collaboration is somewhat unlikely by the actual staff themselves, that we do end up getting a Final Fantasy XIV Kingdom Hearts crossover. Skullgirls is a 2012 2D fighting game. The fighter Eliza, who is a pharaoh, her palette swaps reference a bunch of different characters from all forms of different media, but one of her palette swaps references that of Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora, as confirmed by the developers. What's neat is the references go as far as palette swapping some of her attacks that call forth mystical beasts. So for a Sekhmet attack, which summons a, mummy out of a coffin, is recolored to that of a Heartless, with the black color palette and the red looking heart on the inside of the torso. The color palette of her Horus Bird summon attack has been changed to Donald's color palette, with the white, blue, and yellow going on. And her Albus summon attack has been recolored to Goofy's color scheme, with the yellow, green, and black going on. Final Fantasy Record Keeper is yet again another Final Fantasy mobile game. Yeah, there's quite a few of them. In 2018, they did a Kingdom Hearts collaboration event, in similar fashion to Brave Exvius. This added the acquirable characters Sora and Riku, and even added a bunch of Kingdom Hearts stages in Twilight Town, Destiny Islands. We've even got Heartless enemies, the guard armor, as well as even Kingdom Hearts bosses, like Kingdom Hearts 1 Tsum, as well as World of Chaos Tsum. Kingdom Hearts Squall and Cloud were added in this event, as well as an organization member too, which I believe is probably Roxas. Each of the characters in Record Keeper have an ultimate attack known as Tech, and Sora's one is really cool, known as Master Hearts. It can deal 15 ranged physical fire, lightning, ice, and non-elemental attacks to one target, and the animation is really cool. It's Sora and Riku teaming up to bring absolute devastation to their foe. Broken Sword the Sleeping Dragon is a 2003 point-and-click action-adventure game released for PC, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. There's a really neat Kingdom Hearts reference in this game, and what's interesting is it was only the year before that Kingdom Hearts released, so obviously one of the developers at the time became a pretty big Kingdom Hearts fan very early on in the life cycle of Kingdom Hearts. In this small computer room, on the desktop of the computer, there is a Kingdom Hearts wallpaper using this classic Kingdom Hearts 1 art of Sora, Donald, Goofy, Kairi, and Riku. Line Disney Tsum is a Disney puzzle game for mobile phones, and sorry, yes, I know I probably butchered that word, it's really annoying to say. Not just that though, Tsums are, I guess, pretty popular over in Japan, sort of chibi-fying certain Disney characters, and in 2018, they ended up collaborating with Kingdom Hearts, releasing a bunch of Kingdom Hearts characters in the style of Tsums as plushes. At the same time though, Kingdom Hearts also collaborated with the mobile phone game to add in various Kingdom Hearts characters. We had Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, Riku, and Kairi, Aqua, Halloween Town Sora, Halloween Town Donald, and Halloween Town Goofy. Because of this neat collaboration, at the time, Kingdom Hearts Union Cross ended up collaborating with Disney Tsums as well to add those Tsum versions of the Kingdom Hearts characters in as medals for the game. Here we've got the medal of Tsum, Sora, and Riku, Minnie and Mickey, and various other Disney characters. To go along with this, Square Enix even made a Tsum event in-game for Union Cross, where you'd have to take down a Heartless Tsum tower, which is very interesting. Later on in 2019, to celebrate the upcoming release of Kingdom Hearts 3, they added additional characters like Ansem Xemnas and Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. Terabane is a niche 16-bit indie RPG that was released actually this year in April. In a character's blacksmith shop known as Dana, she's got iconic video game weapons hanging up on her wall. We'll notice Cloud's Buster Sword, the Master Sword from The Legend of Zelda, Frostmourne from Warcraft, and of course the Kingdom Key from Kingdom Hearts. Evoland II is an indie RPG from 2015 that harnesses all sorts of different graphical styles and RPG genres. In the Sylph Forest location, you'll notice a few iconic video game characters. We have Mario, Ryu, Link, Bomberman, and of course, the boy himself, Sora. You can talk to these characters, and talking to Sora will make him sing Let It Go from Frozen. How very appropriate. Now I did say that this was 10 Kingdom Hearts references and appearances, but here's an extra 11th one. Did you guys know? Now get ready for this, brace yourselves. This is very unknown, not many people know this, that Sora from Kingdom Hearts is in the wildly successful, mega popular platform fighter for the Nintendo Switch system, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate! Yeah, a lot of you guys were like, I can't believe that you didn't include Smash Ultimate in the first video. I decided not to because I'm pretty sure at this point the entire planet, even the entire rainforest, knows that Sora is in Smash Ultimate. But there you go. We gotta keep the people happy. So that right there, guys, is another 10 times that Kingdom Hearts has appeared in other video games. It really blows my mind that there is now a total of 21 instances so far that we've talked about where Kingdom Hearts has been referenced in other video games. I just simply didn't know that there were that many out there. Again, if you guys want to, if you know about any other references or Kingdom Hearts appearances in specifically other video games, then do let me know in the comments section down below. If we can accumulate another 10, I'll definitely do another follow-up video. However guys, I'm Cynical, hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and I'll catch you dudes in the next one. Peace.